Good morning. It's another day in the shop. I am going to do something a little bit different. I have looked around and tried different keywords and stuff like that, and I couldn't find anything on it. So I am going to do something a little bit different. And I know I try to do things a little bit different, but this has to do with modifying a zero-turn lawnmower. Now, is there somebody out there that has built one of these out of his shop? Maybe. If he had all the components, he might have. But I have a couple of units that I am going to turn into one usable unit. So I will show you what I've got. So this is a 66-inch Swisher. It is basically a deck on a frame with its own engine, and it is pulled behind another unit. Now over here, I have this older Pulley. It has a 22 horse V-twin in it. It's a pretty good lawnmower, but it's got about, I don't know, 3,400 hours or something like that on it. The engine is good and strong, but the transmission in the rear end is starting to slip and get weak. And the reason is because I had put a hitch deal on the very back, and I was using it to pull this off to the side. So you can change this and you can set it off to the side over here. And that way you could get, that had a 54-inch deck. This has a 66-inch deck. So you could get a 110-inch width of mowing capacity. That's all fine and dandy. But unfortunately, this mower was not made to be able to pull that extra weight. So it got the rear end hot, and now the rear end's kind of weak. Now, it works fine for just the unit itself, but anything more than that, and you can really feel the strain. Same thing with zero-turn lawnmowers. They basically use the same concept, only it's individualized. All right, that way you get to be able to change your directions instead of having this, and it's a shame, but I have a situation that this will solve. Right here I have a snapper 4802K, or 1802K with a 4802. Now, the Z, I don't know what that means, but the 18 is the horsepower of the engine. It has an 18 horsepower Kohler engine. It's a great engine. Unfortunately, I can't get parts for this anymore. But here's the really cool thing. Here I have a 20 horsepower engine. Okay, so I am going to take and I'm going to put that engine on here. This has a 48-inch deck. I'm going to take and put this deck on that unit. So let's see how this turns out. So I've got the deck ready to be pulled out of that. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move over to this unit, and we're going to pull the deck out of it. All right. Now, as far as I know, All right, so that deck is off and it is sitting over here. And there is a significant difference in the two. Hi, Sadie. Now, as you can see, I have quite a bit of yard to mow. So I'm sure some may ask, well, what's wrong with just keeping the other deck on there? And truth be told, that it's just too small. If I need to get into the areas that I think I need a smaller deck, then I have a self-propelled push mower. So as you've seen earlier, I do need a little more. This one here is a 60-inch deck. And what's interesting is it doesn't look like it's a 60-inch deck. So, and this is a 66. So it gives me 3 more inches. Hey, 3 inches is 3 inches, huh? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to strip this down and get it ready to be put underneath this zero-turn here. Oh, well, that broke. No good. I know the engine's good. It might need a little cleaning as well. And it's handy. I don't know if I'm going to need all these. I may be able to use all the wiring that is in that. We will find out. For now, we're just going to get rid of the wiring that we can see can be removed. You know how I love to put things up in the air. Okay. Everything but the belt seems to be disconnected. We are ready to get the engine out of her. This is what I'm working with. Looks like the pulley design seems pretty simple. Okay, got 3 props. I think it'll work out good. Something I'm probably going to need to do is I'll have to set up something so that I've got a tensioner for the new belt. But everything else seems pretty relevant. Looks like it has a different tensioner there. Who knows, I might change that on here, but it doesn't seem like it's needed. It looks like it already has one. It just might need a little bit of flexing. I see that I got a belt that needs to be replaced. That is probably the strangest cutout I have ever seen. So definitely going to be replacing the belt on this. I'll forget some shiggles. Let's see how well this thing's going to line up. So this is how she looks. And I fear that if I raise it, that it's going to rub. Just not very much room there. But that's okay, because I have a lot of frame I can work with. This part here looks to unbolt from the rest of the frame, and it looks like I can extend this front. And by doing that, I'll be able to bring the deck more forward. All right, but you get the general idea. She will be a bigger unit, and I think she'll be just fine. The deck really isn't that heavy. It's not going to be that much heavier, but it's definitely going to be a larger deck. And that's how she is going to look. I think she's going to work good. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Stay tuned. I will be continuing on this project. If you like, you can subscribe, like, share, ring that little bell, get notifications of new videos, and follow me and watch how this whole thing turns out. You can watch my playlist there. I'm working on a different project. Or you can watch that video and you can subscribe right there.